And welcome in.
Hello.
God, you're looking better tonight for some reason. Of all the podcasts,
I mean, a bet's a bet, but God, this is awful. I mean, this is just painful.
for those that
I
aren't
swear.
watching this episode, you're gonna need to just. This is not the audio. This is not the week
Flip
to do audio. I don't know if he can flip his camera or not, but
No, I said clip it, dickhead.
oh, clip it.
Clip it. Well, hi, Drake. Nice to see you too.
Good to
Where
see
are
buddy.
you? Why can't I see you?
Because I do it on my phone, and my phone is just sitting here on the table.
You not have a laptop or something?
Drake likes to
I
keep
don't own a laptop.
He's a low profile guy.
That's fair. I'm surprised he even has a phone.
He's off the grid. Kevin and Grant will join us, I believe.
They're on Iowa time. For all that discipline you guys talk about over there, it's hard for hard for you guys to show up on time to a podcast, I guess.
All right. Now I have to pull up a stat. Eckler running around saying they're the most disciplined team in the country.
Hey, statistically, special teams wise, you have to give it to us. We've come a long way.
I will.
Special
You
teams.
ain't no LeVar Woods coached Hawkeye special teams unit.
You guys got a punt blocked or punted it out the back of the end zone the other game, so I don't want to hear too much of that out of you, Drake.
That was a snapping error, and we all know that snappers aren't people.
That's fair.
Our special teams as a whole has been very, very stellar.
Yeah, it always is.
I'm gonna come back in a second. You guys didn't let me know that I'm on my webcam audio, so just give me one minute. You guys talk.
You just want to. I mean, I don't know how janky of a setup or not you have. I mean, obviously, I have a nice professional setup,
right?
But I mean, I got the backlighting. I've got the whole shebang here.
I know. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Promote the Stally brand or something. I'll be back in a second.
Deal.
Yeah. Well, what's that hat you got on?
Yeah, I got the old Stally brand hat. Our guy Ike Bucker, the original stallion, sending out stuff here, and couldn't be happier to support a guy like that. I mean, obviously, all friends of the show here, friends of all one of us, doing some fantastic work there for raising money for Christian-based stuff, which is right near and dear to my heart. So always happy to rep the Stally brand. I figured if I'm gonna wear a gross Iowa shirt, I might as well get the whole ensemble with an Iowa-led company with the Iowa shirt. So here we are.
Hopefully, I sound better.
Iowa-led company by an Iowa legend.
Oh, a stallion, some might say, and a stallion in his own right.
He's a stallion.
Drake, what are you up to now? Like, what are you doing?
So,
are you still fighting and trying to kill people, or what?
2-3 years, send Dagestan. Leave. Forget about them.
Intermittently, I train daily, but I fight intermittently.
Okay.
It's a hobby, work, a job working for another former Hawk, George Kittle and his family. I work security for them, so I just travel all around with them where they go. And that's a pretty sweet gig, if I'm being honest.
I'll say, what a gig.
I don't have much else to say other than thank you, George, Claire, Bruce, Jan, the whole family. Love you guys.
That's awesome.
And then I just started a business with a buddy of mine down here, solving people's problems like movie shit.
And where's down here? Scottsdale, right?
We were just talking about Scottsdale. I'm in Santan Valley, but in the area, the Phoenix Valley.
We just moved our O-line gym down to Scottsdale. So the Victorium.
I mean, Scottsdale is an incredible place. It's just got its own aura about it.
Yeah, I've honestly I haven't spent much time in Scottsdale, but yeah, no, I'm excited. Our gym's been based.
If you send a bunch of just freshly graduated college kids who might have a little money in their pocket to Scottsdale, they might get themselves in trouble.
Yeah, well, let's hope not, because that's not great for the old clientele list here. So we'll be going. Are we live, by the way?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Oh, that's great. That's good to know. You should inform a person when they're live.
Is it just me, or does Sirles kind of sound like Josie?
I've played Fortnite with Josie. I don't know if I would agree with that statement.
I don't think he does. We just had Josie on the pod during the bye week too. I don't maybe the listeners can tell us what they think. I don't think so. But again, it is good to see you repping the Stally. It's good to see you repping the Hawks. More importantly, he is a man of his word. It's old.
Hey, to be fair, and I will say, I was the one that had to reach out and ask for my shirt. I was the one that had to text and say, "Hey, Black Friday game's coming up, boys. I owe you a shirt. Where's my shirt?" And you got it to me, and we're here, and away we go.
And
it
what
will be
is
worn one time?
I big time respect that out of you to reach out, because I certainly didn't remember.
I mean, again, a man of my word, because I promise you, when the Huskers beat you, I will have shirts to all of you probably before Christmas.
But that shows you how bad that was still sitting with him about losing last year. That he knew the date. He texted us the early week of, even week before, probably. Yeah, this one's been on your heart for a while, huh, Jeremiah?
Always, dude. It's Iowa hate week. I mean, it's one of those things. And I was gonna wear the Iowa has bad corn shirt, and I actually saw the Iowa has bad corn shirt in my closet. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the pod. And then I went, frick. I was like, I actually need to wear a Hawk shirt. And I was like, obviously, I don't own one of those terrible things. And so I had to text the crew and got one. And I'll wear it today and probably, hopefully, never again.
We'll see.
But you just keep that in the closet for.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm not gonna make you send me another one. So it's definitely, it's definitely gonna stay in the closet over there. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Nice of you to show up on time.
We can't even hear him.
And we can't even hear you, Bone Thug.
Thank you.
There you are.
Sirles, my day was great for asking. It's great to see you as well.
Hey, always good to see you.
Good to see you too. Okay, love your shirt. You look great in the gold.
Thanks.
It brings out the color in your eyes a lot.
It's not my season, but you know, we do what we can.
It's a compliment a guy like Tyler Kluver might not be willing to give you, but I feel very comfortable giving you the compliment. Brings out the color in your eyes right there. How's everyone doing? I don't mean to
Bone Thug, you're one of the best ever, man.
Hijack this whole thing, but happy to be here.
We're good, man. You know, it's kind of a little panic time here in Lincoln with our old quarterback possibly hitting the portal.
So interesting. Yeah, I don't know a lot of people know this, but I work part-time as a travel advisor.
Ravioli's
getting a lot of hits for Raiola in the Miami Beach area lately. A lot of flights getting booked. Is that
there was a report that came out. Report came out today. CBS Sports reported that Dylan Raiola is planning on entering the transfer portal.
Ravioli to Miami and Veneto Ame.
Worst part of it is Rule got asked about it at his press conference, and it legitimately looked like he had no idea.
Either he had no idea, or he did have an idea and was like, I would never comment on.
Yeah, it was not great. It wasn't great. I mean, here's the thing. I think we all knew after that UCLA game with TJ Lateef starting that game, looking serviceable, running around. We knew both of them. There was no shot both of them were going to be on there. But I mean,
I love Dylan. Like I love all my guys. I haven't seen that report. Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I don't know anything about that. I would never get up here and talk about a player. I love Dylan. Like I love all my guys, and he's in their treatment right now. So I don't
with all due respect, Coach, it's going to be hard to not bring up the football players at the football press conference. It's going to be. Look,
I honestly think he had no idea. I honestly think that was on the first time he heard about it. It came out right before the press conference.
It's possible too, but the amount of head motion is concerning.
So, I mean, Sirles, let me ask you this. I feel like you and me to an extent have been like, Dylan is like, if he's the Nebraska quarterback, it's great. He's a fine quarterback. Is it the end of the world if he goes somewhere else? Like, is that? I feel like there's a lot of like chaos going on. I'm like, would it really be that? If you're a Nebraska fan, is it really the end of the world? If we're just being totally honest.
I've been thinking about that myself. Honestly, it's hard for me to say yes there. I think that if TJ Lateef hadn't played yet this year, I'd be a lot more panicked. You know, watching what he was able to do against UCLA, watching some of the throws he had even against Penn State, which he had some really nice throws rolling out on the sideline, dropping it in the bucket. I think he is very capable. I think he brings an element to our offense that we don't have with Dylan, which is that quarterback run element, which as you guys have found out with Gronowski this year has been huge. I mean, to be able to pick up a 20 yards on a scramble or a called QB run, those type of things are really tough on a defense, and every defense usually seems to struggle with a mobile quarterback. So he brings a different element there. But it is also, I mean, we haven't had an arm talent like Dylan here, maybe ever. I mean, his quarterbacking ability, we just haven't had the O-line to protect him. And so it's hard for me to blame him when he goes, listen, I can't run. Right. My dad was a 295, 300-pound offensive lineman. Like, genetically, I'm not running 4.4. Like, it's just not happening. And so he needs to play somewhere that can protect him. And we obviously didn't do a great job of protecting him this year. So I don't blame him. It's a bummer. I don't want him to go. I would like him to be the quarterback for Nebraska moving on for next year. But I do think, with Latif being where he is, and then obviously we have Trey Taylor, the number 4 quarterback in the country, committed to come here in 2027. So we really would just need a stopgap backup quarterback for 26. And then honestly, I'd feel pretty good about our room going into 27.
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way, I'll be honest. In terms of just like, I'm not a Nebraska fan by any means, but if like I'm just putting on the neutral hat for a second, I'm like, it's like what's the worst thing that's going to happen? He leaves and you go like it's not a lot. If the team was 11-1 this year,
correct,
or something, and you left, I could understand the concern.
I mean, I think we probably beat USC if he stays healthy that whole game.
Sure,
so I think we beat USC. I think that it's closer against Penn State, because their safeties were standing at 9 yards and they had no threat of being able to forever
just
push
running downhill.
Yeah, I mean, we had no threat of down the field passing, and to be expected, kids' first big road start. I mean, UCLA was damn near a home game for Nebraska. I mean, it was 90% red in that stadium, and so going to Penn State, his first passing game, going there, you didn't want to open the whole playbook up, but I think we'll see some more from him this week against you guys. Now being a third game starter, putting more on his plate. We'll be at home, so we'll be able to operate the offense without the noise and that piece there. I'm excited to see what we do against you guys here, because I think it's going to be, we're put a little more stress on your defense than we have in the past.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It sounds crazy, but I think I actually do see a little, like I can put myself in Minnie Mahomes' shoes.
Why does he play dress up every week, bro? Like he's Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know. That one still, I get that one a lot.
It's what Gen Z is all about. They cosplay everything.
I don't have a great answer for it. I mean, at first I was like, oh, okay, there's a little bit.
He likes the guy.
But the more it went on, it's like, this is.
Oh, this makes me kind of mad.
Dude, have you guys seen the things where it's like he has the opportunity to be the greatest thing ever and go to Texas Tech? Like to go to Texas Tech.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Dylan Raiola could do the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the advice Dylan kind of needs to, is like, okay, we're clearly not getting you off this Mahomes thing. Embrace it. Stop denying it. Just be like, yeah, I'm trying to be the guy who's been the best quarterback in the, like, that was Kobe's, and not that he's the Kobe Bryant of football or anything, but like Kobe Bryant was like, critics were like, he's just copying everything Michael Jordan. He was like, yeah, of course I am. Of course I'm doing it. Right?
My bad.
I think like Dylan's thing is always, I'm like, dude, stop denying. Just go be like, yeah, of course I want to go be like Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, why wouldn't you? I want $500 million.
Well, and what I was going to say was you made a really good point there, Jay, which was in today's day and age, and Raiola hasn't been, I mentioned this on a couple earlier shows this week, he hasn't been no doubter top 3 guy in the country or something through these first 2 years, which would even be a higher stock, but he's done well enough. People can see that arm talent, that he does have a natural instinct to him about football and the position where he's dangerous. And there's plenty of schools. Texas Tech, funny enough, would be one of them.
Jacob Rodriguez is so sick.
With the amount of money that they have at that school.
Drake.
There's schools that would pay him to come, and they can sell him on, hey, we'll actually block for you.
I mean, Miami, Oregon, Texas Tech.
Oh, Oregon. Imagine Oregon comes knocking, dude.
Yeah.
What's his Miami tie again? Because I remember this was happening in January.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some tie down there. There's also, I mean, Georgia also had a tie,
But he's from there at least, right?
No, he's from Arizona, actually.
Am I just making things up? I'm sorry.
He's from Arizona. But I mean, any of those schools that are going to have multiple NFL offensive linemen with receivers that can streak up and down the field, he is talented enough to stand in the pocket and deliver the ball where it needs to go. Yeah, the problem was this year we got him hit way too much, and when he's not a guy that's going to extend, escape out of the pocket, make things happen, but when he can set his feet and throw, he's as dangerous as anyone in the country, in my opinion. We just did not have the infrastructure up front. We went through 3 tackles. We're on our 3rd string right tackle. I mean, the interior is decent, but we've just been kind of rotating at the tackle position. And once we put blood in the water there, and it really showed up hard against Michigan, we've been kind of reeling ever since that position.
Llewellyn and Herkett are pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, your guys' defense is as talented as Penn State's. I mean, maybe not as high athletic wise, but as far as from a production standpoint, I mean, you guys are just
Dumb
up
boys
there.
play.
Yeah,
Them dogs
absolutely.
bark.
Well, it's an interesting. So it's fun that we're kind of just going into it, but I
Have to.
on that side of it, I'm interested because, as you know, Sirles, that it's Iowa and Phil Parker. They're asking the opposing quarterback in the opposing offense to beat them with discipline and patience.
100%.
And we'll give you 4. We'll give you 7. We'll give you 3. We'll give you 4. We'll give you 3. We'll give you 7. 11, 2. We sacked you. Interception.
Yep.
And then the offenses, they come off the field and they're like, fuck, it felt like we had a good thing there.
100%.
And I don't know if in a third game, I don't know if anyone can come in and be that disciplined. And not only that, but then we have some athletes that actually are potent too. We're not just like, we can't, like, we have no studs. We're going to play really disciplined. We actually do have a couple studs. Like, we can make plays. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. I do think that Nebraska specifically in this matchup will put more pressure offensively on our defense than in the past in these games.
I agree.
Emmett, great runner. But then again, you know, this season we've actually had a schedule that has sort of battle tested us. Indiana, Oregon, USC, 3 of the top 7 offenses in the country.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like it's not going to be the first time we've seen that this year, which is probably bodes well for Iowa. So it is going to be interesting. Don't want to forget the sponsors tonight. FanDuel, presented by. We kind of jumped into the show. You
guys get more and more every year. Look at you guys, just growing and blowing, man. I love it.
Growing and blowing.
We do a lot of blowing around here.
There's a lot of blowing. Not the kind of FanDuel deal.
Blowing money on FanDuel.
A lot of that. I've been horrible this year. We'll do K Wardy segment later in the show. It's not the kind of FanDuel partnership that the Boston boys have. Let's just say that we got less money than they did. And we've been touting. We gotta get Sirles to Iowa City and get Sirles some chicken lips.
Oh, come on,
some
come on now.
That sounds like something you might like.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I do know how to eat. So
Chicken.
yeah,
homemade sourdough
pretty
crust
good at
pizzas.
it.
Yeah, sourdough crust pizza, street tacos. Gray's is this beautiful family, Pete and Kim. They own this restaurant. They cater to the football team like once or twice a week, and then they have this Gray's Gourmet to Go in Iowa City where they do just like a very unique sort of niche menu, and everything they do is just absurd. It's just unbelievable. So shout out to Pete and Kim. Gray's Gourmet to Go. Make it, you know, a lot of people not going to be able to make it to Lincoln for the game this weekend. You're going to be watching at home in Iowa City. Order Gray's. Bring it home. Sit down in front of the TV. 11 a.m.
Roll out of your Thanksgiving food coma.
A lot of compliments in the. I'm not bringing them all up. Thank you guys for participating, but a lot of compliments in the chat about how you're looking tonight, Sirles. So,
hey, I'm here for it, right?
Yeah.
Once a year, I can bust out my pea yellow shirt and come onto the show.
We
does the game start on Friday?
We stay pretty hydrated over here, so
see, this was one of those bad teammate hydration colors that they used to put up at the urinal.
Yeah, bad teammate.
Right, where it was like you're a bad teammate if this is the color of your pee because you're not taking care of your body.
Those signs were hilarious.
What time's the game on Friday?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Which is as
it's gonna be cold as shit too.
As it should be, by the way. Last year, look, I love getting night games, but Nebraska Iowa should be at 11 a.m. I don't care if it's Friday or Saturday if they want to move it. That game should be over by lunch. All right,
bro, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna be on a fucking plane to Cleveland.
All
That's
right,
tough.
never mind. Sorry,
Gross.
CBS or Fox. Can you guys change it for Drake? Do they listen?
I'm just
Please.
glad. I'm just
For
glad
Drake.
it's an 11 a.m. game finally, because Big Red Reaction, the post game show, the last 2 weeks has been from 1 to 3 a.m. and 11 to 1 a.m. And
Bro.
those shows are
Tough.
long and late.
I
Did
Tell
you get
us-
shit housed on him at least?
Hmm?
You get
I've had a
shithoused
few
on him
pops
at least?
before a few. After the USC game, I knew it was going to be a long one, so went out to the tailgate. Has like, pour me
Just
a
hammering some
double,
shotguns?
and then I'm going to go do this show.
Tall and strong.
Those so that's where I wanted to go next. We'll get back to the game at hand, but
Oh, yeah.
Give us an update. What's I know we talked at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
We'll reference some of that conversation throughout the show, but obviously still doing the agent thing.
Oh yeah.
You've got the O-line committee pod.
Yep.
Going well, growing still.
Yeah, going great. Our goal is to hit 40,000 subs by the end of the year. So
go.
we're up to 37, 8, somewhere in
Yeah.
there. So growing there every single week. Went to 3 episodes a week, which really changed a lot with
Wow.
just, the big there. But we started getting sponsorships, which meant we had deliverables, right?
Yep.
And so when you have deliverables, you got to add more things to it. But that's been a lot of fun getting some guests on there, which has been great. So yeah, growing that thing on that front there, getting ramped up for portal season. I've got a few guys going into the portal starting January, so that's all going to start rocking and rolling big time next week as we go there. Got the draft class kind of trying to put 1 or 2 guys left on there. I really wish that Jennings Dunker and Bo Stevens knew how to answer their freaking phone. That would be great if I could just get a meeting with one of those 2 boys. A couple guys that I'd like to finish up here to maybe add 1 or 2 to the list there. But I got 5 guys, O-linemen, going into the draft. We've got a quarterback this year, edge rusher. So I think we have 7 guys in the class right now, trying to add 1 or 2 more for NFL stuff, get rocking and rolling there. And then obviously it's hunting season. So I got a couple deer down for opener last week, and then now it's duck season and just rocking and rolling, man.
You're doing the post-game reaction show for Nebraska. What exactly is your involvement with the actual university? Because I know at one point you were like
I was the sideline
guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I do a pregame Hy-Vee tailgater of the game for home games. So we go out and we elevate
a Hy-Vee
people.
breakfast, dog. Holy smokes.
Dude, I believe to this day, like, Chinese Hy-Vee is so good.
Bro.
Hai chai.
They have Hy-Vee in China.
Yeah, they do actually.
Speaking of, my 3-year-old's been into Mulan the last couple days, so we've been educating.
Is it the new one? Is it the new one where they took the "Make
No.
a Man Out of You" song out because it's?
Oh no!
They also they took out Mushu, star of the show, in the first movie.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
No, we're watching the OG.
OG, dude, you got to.
Eddie Murphy's one of the.
I forgot that Eddie
critical
Murphy
role.
was Mushu, and when we fired it up and Mushu made his appearance, I was like, "Oh, this is incredible."
Down Bessie or whatever.
Dude,
There is some incredible misogyny in the old Disney movies, though. Like before this, we were on.
They used to hide little like Easter eggs for adults in there all the time.
Sure, but
you're right. The cartoon dragon was making a big political statement. Sure.
They weren't even hiding it in Beauty and the Beast. It's just like, Belle, you can't read books. We can't have women having thoughts. He literally says that. It's wild, dude. It's amazing.
I'll clip that up as just I'm going to clip that as just a Tyler Kluver's thoughts on
just go ahead and
Iowa, Nebraska, and it's that quote.
But yeah, so we were talking about China. We're trying to get the idea that not everybody lives where we live through a 3-year-old's head. That's tough. Tough one. And but yeah, it's high
Wait,
chai.
Everybody's not in Waukee or wherever the fuck you're at.
Wild concept.
The whole world isn't Des Moines.
No, they can't think outside of their house mostly at that age. They don't understand that not everyone lives like next to them.
Yeah.
But
it's in my head for the past 3 days, it's just been
To defeat the
Huns.
Yeah,
I love it. Such a banger, dude. That's one thing I've loved about having kids is you go back and you rewatch some of your like we got done watching The Incredibles the other day. Classic, right?
Great movie.
Such a great movie.
Fantastic.
The second one's really good too. I mean, they made us wait 20 years for it, but it was really good.
That's the appropriate amount of time to fully digest the first Incredibles movie.
It was that incredible.
I'm sure you'll be into this. The new Zootopia is coming out.
My kids, I have my neighbors, they're 16 and 19, the girls babysitters of the kids. They're taking the kids on Friday.
We watched the first one the other day. Unbelievable
So
movie.
good. So
Dude,
good.
banger. I think
So
Rotten
good.
Tomatoes has it at like a 98%.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
like
Now, granted, Rotten Tomatoes can kick
Questionable,
rocks
but
a lot of
I'm
times.
a letterbox guy personally, but
I just like the audience score. That's the one I look at. I don't
some
care
of
about
these
anything
some of
else.
these
Yeah.
movies, you watch some of these movies and you're like, God damn, they were producing bangers.
Mhm.
I mean, Zootopia is not that old, but like some of these other ones.
I
you're like,
think Zootopia's 10 now, maybe. I want to
Dude,
say
Land Before Time.
oh,
My kids love Land Before
Emotional.
Time. Oh, very,
emotional movie.
very. I mean, also like some of those movies are super like traumatic when you really
Yeah.
think about it. Like the opening scene of like Lion King. It's like, dude, your dad died, and it was your
Dude, that
fault.
one's tough.
Like it was
That
your
one
fault.
still makes me cry.
You single-handedly
Like you
responsible.
and then like you go meet this pig, and he's like, you ever thought about like not giving a fuck about it and just like
Yeah.
moving on with your life? He's like, that's not a bad idea. It's
Pig's like, what if you just got
you
high
just-
all the
you
time?
just
and
shove
didn't
that
care?
down. It's like
it
just-
means no worries.
yeah, it means you just don't care that your dad's dead. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe that's not the greatest messaging of all time, but
Dude, we were
And then
I
having
can dig it.
who's the and then he meets like this like shaman over in the middle of the desert who's like giving him ayahuasca, and
Yeah,
then
it's
he's
like,
all of
here.
a sudden he's like, I can defeat
Yeah,
Scar now.
I speak dad in sky. Okay, yeah, checks out, dude. There's some of those older movies you watch. You're like,
crazy.
I don't think my parents really understood what was
Dude,
in my little brain as I watched.
we were
these
having
now.
I was having that moment with my daughter with Mulan. Like it's the grab, like the way they built out the enemy, like the bad army in Mulan. Those are scary looking dudes.
Yeah,
And
they
they're
are.
like they're marching on the army,
Yeah.
and they're like the horses are running across the open field, and I look over and my
Was Ken
daughter's-
Dog getting a little scared?
she wasn't scared. She was like, you could tell the clock was ticking in there. She's like, Dad, what are they doing? And I'm like, well, they're not being very nice. They're
That
They're
was
just-
your answer.
They're
it's
going
all-
to commit a thing we call genocide,
Yeah,
but
they're
I don't know
gonna-
if we want to get into that.
they're gonna
Maybe next
Ugh.
year.
Maybe
Look
that's a
at-
4-year-old.
There's
You guys
lit-
played that in pre-K yet?
there's literally moments in these movies where like she can now ask me questions, and I'm just like,
Is
well,
she in pre-K now or preschool or whatever it is?
yeah, she goes
glorified
to it.
glorified daycare. I mean, it's
Yes.
they come home with these things like, look what I made. You're like,
Every day.
oh, that's so sweet.
Every day.
Trash.
Made a turkey today.
Oh, yeah, got to do turkey day, dude. I've got like things like this is one from the daughter. Like, I made this for
Yep.
you, and it's
Hey.
like, oh, that's
There's-
so sweet. What is it?
It's
And they're
Belle
like,
right there. That's
I
Belle.
don't know. Yeah, that's the one that can't read good because they didn't teach her.
Well, she can read. Not a single other woman in the village can, but
Yes, that is true. That is true.
so anyway,
Hell of a skill.
so you've got the agent stuff going
Yep.
on. You got you're doing stuff for Nebraska. You got the O-line committee. You're hunting deer,
Yep.
killing animals.
Dude, these beef. Have you seen the prices of beef these damn gremlins eat, man? I
Bro.
mean, I've got to kill deer. I've the last couple years, like, I want to hunt horns. I want to shoot a nice big deer. This year, I was like, oh, you look like you can die, thump. You look like you can die, thump. Like, I didn't care. Meat in the freezer, man. I got to
Yeah.
feed these. I got two. We got an elk in September too, so I've got an elk and 2 deer in the freezer. We should be set for a while.
Dude, I feed my dogs raw.
Mm.
The amount of money that I spend every month to feed my dogs,
Probably more than I spend to feed my kids.
100%.
You got big
What
old
do you
dogs too, don't
what
you?
is your food bill for your kids a month?
I
Oh,
haven't
God.
calculated how much they cost, but it's less than what you're spending if you're feeding Bane raw beef.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my son. So he's both my oldest are like off the chart size wise, and so like my
Shocker.
son, he's 6, right? He's 6 and he's 67 pounds, and just a monster. Then my daughter, she's 4 and she's 50 pounds, and she's greater than the 99th percentile for height.
Yeah.
And so she's just long, and I'm ambidextrous. So I was like, oh, honey, you're gonna play volleyball. You don't really have a choice. Like, daddy's not paying for school.
yeah.
Like that's just not something that's
Congratulations to you and
Yeah.
and me.
this is the greatest thing ever, honey. You're in a volleyball state too, so let's do it.
I'm so
You're not
excited.
gonna
For
go. What's Lesnar's daughter, or whatever, throwing shot
Dude,
put?
she's a monster.
You're up
She is a-
up the
she
road
is-
at Colorado State.
She is
Dude,
a
she's dating
monster.
one of the Niners players. I just saw Maya Lesnar the other day.
Oh, you need to buy stock in that kid. I wish you could buy like futures on NFL players' kids.
Oh my
Like,
god.
it'd be amazing.
You heard
you
the story about me trying to buy part of Tristan, right?
No.
Real.
He was
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
true
say, we had
freshman,
a,
and we were in a walkthrough in camp my senior year. And I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, man, I want you to take this as like an encouraging statement." I was like, "You are going to be really good one day. Can I please pay you cash right now for a percentage of your of what you're going to sign for someday?"
You
And
were
he laughed it off, and we still laugh about it to this day. But like in that walkthrough freshman year, I was like, "Dude, you're so different than anybody I've ever seen. Just please, I would love to be a part of your your
Short-
journey."
Long story short, 3 days into Tristan Wirfs being on campus in Iowa City, Drake offered him 10 bands for like 1% of his rookie contract.
you should have done 1% of all future earnings. That
Well,
you just missed NIL before NIL was cool.
listen,
You
man,
could have been an NIL agent.
I wasn't trying to be greedy. I was just trying to be like, dude, I think you're going to be one of the best ever.
Which
Can
he
I
is.
can I be a part of this?
Absolutely.
Isn't it
is.
funny that now 10 grand Drake is like these kids won't even
Well, they'd
they're-
laugh at you, man.
they'd be like 10 grand
You're
That's how
paying
rich they are.
you're paying kids 10 grand to stay committed.
to have a
You're
conversation.
paying them more
No,
than
no,
that
to
to
stay
committed.
committed. To stay committed to your university,
Yeah,
you
more
have to
than
pay
that.
them like basically double their stars, is what I've been hearing. So it's like if it's a 4-star, you're paying him 8 grand a month just to stay committed.
8 grand a month to stay committed?
Yeah.
8 grand a month.
I'm
How
keeping
much
this in
is-
mind for my contract negotiation in January, Kluver. Just-
I
just-
had
just wanna let you
0
know.
stars, so that would have been tough for me.
They'd be like, yeah, we're just happy you're just gonna be happy you're
Within the specialist world, though, I was a 5-star long snapper.
Oh, look at you, self-suck.
That was
Is that
amazing.
your?
Oh.
Was that your?
It is. So I don't know. So I don't know if you've watched the O-line committee, but we implemented the fine system. So we
Okay.
had a fine system in the offensive line room, right?
Okay.
So we had a bell and we had fines. So it was like sensitive, ultra sensitive, palms if you gave palms up, self-suck if you like gave yourself a compliment, big baller if you had something ridiculous like you walked in with a big old watch on or something like that. Michael Sam was the gay fine. Reverend Jesse Jackson was the
What?
racist fine.
Can I get a?
Wait, who? What
hold
was
on.
Jesse Jackson? Hold on. Let's.
Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, that was the reverse racism fine.
Oh,
So
okay,
that
there we
was
go.
the like black people versus white people racism. And
Okay.
then you had the American History X was obviously was the white guy versus the black guy racism. And it's again not like crazy. It was like always all in good fun, obviously there.
Sure.
You had Stockholm syndrome, right? Stockholm love thy captor. So like if you like coach, you like butted up to the coach, you'd get fined for Stockholm syndrome. We had all kinds of fun fines. I mean, salty, stupid SFR, stupid freaking rookie, all those fun things. And then we'd get a bunch of money and we'd pull it up at the end of the year, and then we'd all go on a big O-line trip. So we've implemented the fine system on O-line committee. So now it's just kind of a habit. When someone does something, you just hit them with the bell and you hit them with the fine.
We've got the.
We're not
got-
that
There you
far.
go.
We've got
There
the
you go.
cash. We've got the cash on the soundboard. I don't have the bell though. Might have to add the bell.
Bell's a good one. Bell's a good one.
Gay, you're right. Gay fine is unreal. Would have used it. Would have used it a lot though. That's just how a
Oh,
locker room is.
Yeah, I don't think like it's one of those things where like people who are in a locker room like, yeah, that checks out. Like that checks out.
I would have been
Nothing to do with sexuality.
No,
Nothing.
I would have been
Zero.
seeking that. We actually had the fine system in my last 2 years too in the specialist room. We didn't have like names for each individual thing, but I like it. It's good. We kept tallies on the whiteboard in the meeting room.
Oh yeah. We get a lot of money. Too.
So you're doing a lot.
Yeah, staying busy, man. Chasing kids. Head football coach for the 6th grade or 5-6-year-old flag football team.
Yeah. What's the update on what's his name?
Could you guys beat Olson's
Carl?
team?
Carl.
Carl.
Yeah, we went 6-0 this year, right? So 6-0 league champs. So self-suck on that piece there. But it was great because as we were going into our 6th game, I went out and I got a bunch of medals made for the boys. And before the game was
Another
before
self-suck
we even played,
year.
I wrote 6-0 on all of them, right? I wrote 6-0 on all of the medals. And so at the end, I handed them all out like, hey, boys, congratulations. And the parents kind of like eventually saw it and they're like, what if we lost? I was like, then I was going to throw them all directly in the trash. And they were like, wait, really? I was like, you don't get a medal for going 5-1. Like you win them all. That's really cool. That's an accomplishment. I was like, 5-1? No, you don't get a medal. So that took some of the parents by surprise, but they can respect it.
I just don't. If that
They
takes you
don't
by
know what that
surprise,
true mentality is like.
Not yet. They will. They will. I mean, I'm kind of stacking my team, which is maybe not fair. I've got 4 boys of all
Dude, do
Division
it
1
for your
athlete
son,
parents,
man. Do
like
it for
Division 1
him.
athlete parents. So like myself and Emma, my wife, she played soccer, right? So my Oliver, Jake Long, and her son Maggie Maher, Wes is their son. I've got Spencer. So I've got 4 kids, 4 boys that are between 5 and 6 that parents were both D1 athletes. It's gonna be a fun ride as we head into
Keep them
youth
together
sports.
all the years, bro.
100%.
They'll form this mesh that nobody can mess with.
I
One
can't
of them's
wait.
gonna be the quarterback. They're gonna be throwing the ball to each other every single day. They're gonna go win 3 state titles, bro.
Gotta
I'm
do
so
it.
jealous.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. My son wants to play receiver, right? So like he's like, I'm gonna be like Justin Jefferson. And so every time I see him, I'm like, son, as you get older, you know that hand of yours? I go, yeah, it's just gonna keep getting
Gonna go in the dirt.
closer to the ground. Like you're just gonna just keep bending
What if he
at
plays
the
tight
ankles.
end?
I would like him to play tight end. I mean, I think that the problem with tight end is there's such a limited amount of spots on each team.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Sure.
you have to be the dude versus like there's 5 linemen at each time you could be on there. So I don't know. I like him to play tight end and probably save his knees a little bit more because I'm well on my way to a knee replacement. So we'll see.
Man, are you really?
Oh yeah, my left knee. So I don't have an ACL in my left knee anymore. It's disintegrated. I've got lateral compartments completely toast. So like I'm starting to fall into valgus, right? So where it's
Oh,
like
good.
your
Oh,
knee
no.
goes
You're
the
starting
wrong
to
way.
swat.
You're
You're
buckling.
starting to
Yeah.
swat like them kids in high school.
Yep. So the knees are coming in just as I walk around, and so luckily one of my roommates is an orthopedic surgeon now from college. And so I see him. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need a cortisone shot. Can you get me on the schedule? He's like, yeah, well, come on in. They're basically like, you just got to make it to 40. Like if you can just make it to 40, we'll just replace the damn
You
thing.
would have loved my Instagram story then today doing my
Oh, I watch them, and I just go, man, I'm never gonna be able to be capable of any of those things ever again.
yeah. My father-in-law is getting his knee replaced like 2 weeks.
My mom's had both hers. My dad's had one. My Alex Boone, my O-line trainer, who played 10 years, he had his replaced at 36. So
Jesus.
hey, it's just the price we pay, man. It's just part of it.
If Drake was down for it, they'd replace his ankle right now.
Yep. I need an ankle replacement, but you
Well,
can't do anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kick people with it, right? Like, I don't think you can kick people with a titanium ankle, can you?
Someday though, it's gonna be like we're gonna find a way to cyborg like mesh with the prosthetics, and we're all just gonna get everything replaced.
I just
Dude,
hope that
I'm
I
too-
can.
oh,
I just want them to come up with something where you can regrow cartilage. Like
Yeah.
I want to find some way you can like inject something in your knee where you can regrow some cartilage, give it a little extra miles on the tire before you got to just full replays.
Dude, I'm too much of a pussy. I do not want to go through the agony of another surgery.
I feel that too. I hate
It hurts so much.
It's not fun, dude. Surgeries are awful. Not fun.
And they don't give you nearly as many Percocet anymore. They really locked them bitches down.
Yeah, that zero refill thing on the bottle is bullshit.
Crazy.
Jay makes a good point here. Does Sirles have an everyone hated Kluver sound though? Have you ever heard of the soundbite we got from KF when we played?
No,
This is unbelievable. Our
I-
head coach said this.
Can I hear it? I want to hear it. Where is it?
Idea that you could catch the ball.
You know, quite frankly, I was more worried about the throw than the catch. I felt pretty good about Kluver. You know, he's a senior, and everybody wanted to kill Kluver his first year when he was on campus. Now everybody loves him, so he's really grown over 5 years' time.
This was a tough week.
That's true too. They didn't want to kill him. He was hard to like for a while.
Oh my gosh! He didn't just say it once; he doubled down.
He came back and double tapped.
Yeah. He was like, no, really, everyone hated him. Like,
I was
like, really.
The last one, he was standing over the body and
I
put
was
it in
dead in the
head.
dirt. I was dead in the dirt, and he put another one in my brain.
He's hard to like.
Hard to like for a while.
Oh, buddy, hey, well, he made it. Now everyone loves you.
Unreal. That soundbite gets more and more unreal the further we get out. Good question here from B Walker. Back to the topic. What would Sirles say is the most ridiculous thing that someone is paying for in NIL that you've seen anonymously, of course?
That I've seen, man. It doesn't have to be anonymous. I think the big offensive lineman out of Missouri this year, the high school kid, Jackson Cantwell, that committed to go to Miami as a high school player, and I believe he got $2 million, right? And so he was the #1 recruit in the country, #1 offensive tackle. I mean, the kid's a freak show. You turn on his tape, and I think they said he had over like 500 pancakes in his
He's
career.
just eating kids.
And just murdering kids in Missouri. I mean, it's just borderline not safe. And so he's rep by Drew Rosenhaus.
Oh,
Like
Jesus.
Oh
he
my
is represented
goodness.
by Drew
Out of high
Rosenhaus.
school.
And he's going to Miami, right, which is Drew's backyard, right? Drew basically gets everyone that's out of Florida. That's where he is. And he got a $2 million deal. From what I've been told, it's around $2 million to go to Miami. And that's crazy. We're talking about an 18-year-old that's never stepped foot on campus.
That's insane.
It's wild, man.
Good
It's
money, dog.
absolutely. But yeah, good on you. But I mean, shit, guys, I signed a high school kid this year. Like
I know. So you're diving more into that. Yeah.
You have to. You have to. If you wait until they hit their junior year and you're going, hey, I think this kid could be something in the NFL, they're going to be locked up already. They're going to be locked up. That's just the way it works. And, I'm talking to schools constantly every week right now. And when I talk to them, like, man, it's just refreshing to talk to a professional in this space. And that's the main reason that I got into this space, is because there's so many of like, well, I'm repped by my brother's pastor who's going to negotiate my deal, or
God.
like I'm going to represent by my high school trainer or whatever it might be. And these guys have no idea what they're doing. And they just walk in there and be like, he wants $1 million. It's like, well, based off of what? Like, what market research did you do? Like, who have you talked to? Like, I mean, so much of what I do is talking to schools about my players, figuring out what their market value is, narrowing it down to the schools that, hey, being transparent. Hey, this is his value that we believe he is. If you're in this ballpark, let's get to the table. Let's get to set up a Zoom call. Let's go there. Like, it's a process, just like we do NFL free agency. And people that don't understand what that process looks like, and they just walk in and throw some astronomical number down on the table and draw a line in the sand, pay me or I walk. It's not good for the sport. It's not good for the players. It's not good for the teams. And eventually it's going to cause some really tough conversations come transfer portal time here in January.
Kev, do we have you?
You here, Kevin?
Yo, you got me?
Hey,
Thought you
bud.
said
What's up,
7:45.
Well, I can't control how long the surgery takes sometimes, so
That's fair.
You
Was
know,
it at least
here
a fun
I-
one?
here
Was
I
it a
am.
fun one?
it's not Drake replacing his knee or anything like that, but it was
That was Sirles replacing his.
That's
knee.
me. Yeah, I'm gonna get the knee replaced eventually, but I don't know if I can trust you to be there.
What do those X-rays look like?
Not good. Not
Not
good,
good.
bud. They're not ideal. The knee goes in and out, and lateral compartment. All 3 compartments are toast. So
Not a whole lot of space between that femur and tibia.
no, but bone on both sides. So it's no ACL. ACL's gone. So
Oh yeah,
the only thing keeping it stiff in there is the arthritis. So yay.
Well, it might be too late for you. You might have to get the metal before the molecules that regrow cartilage come back. So
I hope. I know. One of these days we can hope.
If you can just deal with pain and dysfunction for.
I'm a Husker fan, man. I deal with pain all my life. Don't worry.
That's a good point. 9 of the last 10. 4 out of the last 7 have been last-second field goals. Which, by the way, maybe we got that out of our system. We beat Michigan State like that last weekend. Had to pull through on that. Always fun to have a game that reminds you, hey, you can get beat on any day. And but we did say some stuff earlier this year when we had you on to preview the Big Ten, and we were sitting here, we're talking. I was going to clip it, but it's easier just to kind of lay it out. We said, you know what, the Huskers. We went game by game. They might be able to go. It was right after. I think Pate and Compton were doing their thing. Like it's 11-1, maybe 12-0. And you, of course, all of us were like, let's settle. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. But I think we sat here and we're like, they could legitimately go 10-2 if everything goes well. They're sitting here, same record as Iowa, 7-4 heading into this last game.
I had a buddy
of
of mine call it too, like a guy that I went to high school with who went to the Naval Academy, and he's been in the Navy ever since. Big Huskers fan. He's like, there'll be a battle of 7-4s.
Yeah.
You wait. And I said, we'll wait and see. And then he doubled back on it. And like, what did I tell you?
He checked receipts.
I mean, to be fair, and maybe that's a little bit of a reach for for Nebraska. It is technically a step up. They were 7-6 last year, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
And now have the opportunity, if they were to win this, well, I guess if they win,
we could be 9. We have the opportunity to win 9 games this year.
Both teams
right?
do.
Both teams have the opportunity to win 9 games. Because I think we looked at, if I recall, when we went through it, we were saying Iowa had a chance to be 9-3, 10-2 as well, right? As we went through it and looked at it, but I mean, you guys dropped some that I really didn't anticipate you guys dropping, and after the
Which one? Iowa State?
Huh?
Iowa State?
Yeah. I think the Iowa State one was not one that because I didn't think Iowa State's not as good as they have been in the last 2 years, in my opinion. I think this is probably the weakest Iowa State team in the last 3 years.
Dude, we always figure out a way to play worse than Iowa State.
Yeah.
Our senior year, we should have lost to them.
Yeah, what a game. Which, by the way, fun fact, the last time Iowa was in an overtime game was that game.
I said, what, 10 years ago?
It was 8 years ago, our Iowa State game, 44-41 overtime victory. The Iowa State game, a little more context on that, Sirles, is Iowa State decimated by injuries this year.
Yeah.
Really tough on the defensive side of the ball. And then Rocco, I think, got a concussion midseason and played through it. And that really made them look god-awful in the middle of the season. Early in the year, in the first couple games, people are figuring it out. Hey, where do we get the chemistry and the flow on offense? Where are pieces fitting in defensively? And they really, for game 2, had it together more than most people did. And they had a healthy team. And it was a rivalry game, and it was at their place. So a lot of things lined up for them. That loss just looks horrible for us now. It's the whole thing of you heard it from Nebraska fans after this weekend. If Iowa played Penn State now, they'd have, all that. It's one of those things where it's like, if we played Iowa State now, it might be a 2 or 3 touchdown game.
100%.
But you can't play that game. That's not how it works. And all 12 games matter. So, and then the other 3, just tough. Just not a team that was able to find that close victory. USC, Indiana, Oregon, top 7 offense for each one of them, all rated in the top, I don't know, 17 now, whatever.
Dude,
USC is.
That Oregon loss felt similar to the Penn State loss.
Very. So that's what our season looked like. On the other side, in your words, how did it go from could be 10-2 to they've got 7 with a chance at 8?
Yeah, the biggest thing that happened was I heavily underestimated our lack of our space between Nash Hutmaker and Ty Robinson, and then the defensive line that is now in there. And I should have known better to think that 2 6-year players were just going to have a bunch of people pick right back up where they left off, when majority of our defensive line is redshirt freshmen and redshirt sophomores. And there's no magic pill, and Nebraska fans are kind of screaming right now of fire the defensive coordinator. We can't stop the run. And I keep trying to tell people there is no magic scheme to stop the run. Nope. There is no magic dust that you can sprinkle out there and be like, this is what's going to do it. Yeah, you can schematically have everyone in the right gap. You can say all the gaps are closed here, nowhere to run. But if you get blown off the ball 2 yards and the linebacker gets caught behind the double team, the ball's going to get run. And that's just been a problem that Nebraska had really since Michigan. Michigan was the game where I watched that, and I watched Underwood, and I watched those dudes have those 3 explosive 60-plus yard runs. I go, this is going to be a problem the rest of the year. And sure enough, I mean, that's been our biggest issue, is the inability to stop the run on defense, and then our inability to protect the passer. Those are really the 2 things that have caused us to not be that team, because special teams has been phenomenal. It's won us some really good games. We've been able to score more points than we have in the last 2 years. But when we can't dictate the tempo of the game by running the football, it's really hard to just play catch up, which is what I kind of felt we've been doing for a majority of part of the year, instead of just being in complete control of games and being able to close out games and that piece there.
It is generally hard to win football games, especially in the Big Ten, when you don't have control of the line of scrimmage in general.
We've talked about it ad nauseum on this podcast that Iowa's defense is super simple and very repetitive, done nearly to perfection, because everybody knows exactly what is going on.
We experienced this several years ago with the guy that you had, Richmond. when he and his peers in that class of offensive linemen for Iowa came in 22, too early. There was no magic pill there either. They were just not there. The experience was not there. And offensive line, you can get a little bit maybe more tricky with it, but like you said, defensive line, the magic pill is having a big old set of nuts and putting your foot in the ground.
Yep.
And evidently, at least how it's played out this year, I believe the Huskers are giving up something like almost 180 yards rushing a game.
Yeah.
The guys, the freshmen, redshirt freshmen you guys have in there, they're just not there yet.
No, and that's the thing is it's one of those things where what do? Do you just keep going, hey, we want to develop these guys? And it's not like all of a sudden, if you can't stop the run in September, you're going to magically be able to stop it in November. You're not going to get bigger, faster, stronger during the season. That's just not how it works.
No.
And so as I watched that early in the year, I realized that was something that was going to be a problem. And what you hope is those guys hit the Corey Campbell development program. Our strength coach is really, really good. I really think he does a great job, and get bigger, faster, stronger, continue to learn how to work with your hands more, technique, understand how to use weight room strength and transition it to on-field strength. That's a skill that needs to be learned, because in high school, you're just bigger than everyone, and so you don't have to use proper technique and all those things. That'll come. But I do think that, with Dylan possibly leaving and getting in the portal, that will free up some cap space for Nebraska. And if I'm Pat Stewart, if I'm Coach Raiola or Coach Rule, I'm spending 85% of my budget on the line of scrimmage and saying both sides of the football, I need some transfer guys in here to shore up the line of scrimmage, because we have good skill players. Our pass defense is ranked very high nationally. It's the line of scrimmage that we're really struggling with to win football games. And in the Big Ten, that's kind of the kiss of death as you start entering the meat of your schedule.
Especially this time of year, we talked about injuries. Iowa is honestly crazy healthy for this time of year. A lot of teams, most teams are not.
No.
And nobody, and even the guys who are healthy and they're not on the injury report, they don't feel 100%.
No.
And
God, no.
Man, it's really hard. You know better than anybody in this call right now. It's really hard to every play after play after play a position where the start of the play starts with your head going into somebody else's.
And then you're trying to just move another massively strong human.
You're leaning on a human, and it doesn't feel good, and you don't feel good, and it's So
and it's
I would
cold, and your hands hurt, and your feet hurt, and it's painful. It's brutal. But it's one of those things where I'll tell you this, on the other side of it, when you're an O-lineman and you can repeatedly move someone from point A to point B against their will, I don't know if there's a better feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know if when you line up and you go, hey, deuce, and you look at the three technique and be like, I know you know what that means, and you know that I know what that means, and then you still displace them 3 yards. I honestly don't know if there's a better feeling in the world.
I think it could be an issue for the Huskers this week.
I do not disagree with you.
Iowa is a top.
Gronowski's a good old runner too. You add in an extra guy to block.
He's allergic to the forward pass, but he definitely can run the football.
It's not entirely true.
Mildly allergic to the forward. He doesn't like anaphylactic, but he definitely gets hives. I mean, there is a reaction when you guys ask him to throw the football.
You better hope that it's not a clutch moment though, because the guy steps up when you need a drive.
His draft stock has gone down since entering Iowa, though.
That's okay, because
this is Kluver. This is just bait. Don't fall for this. This is
bait. What do you mean? How is it? Tell me how false I truly am.
He's my guy. He's my guy. You expect me to show up here Thanksgiving week? We're playing Nebraska and just to not defend my guy?
Let me put it this way.
Are you serious?
Stockholm, love thy captor.
Let me put it this way. I think financially he made the right decision.
Oh, financially, 100%. He's still, he was going to get drafted in maybe the 5th, and now he's probably going to get drafted in the 7th. I mean, it's like, okay.
I want to go back. The one thing I wanted to hit on, you were talking about in the NIL game and the transfer portal, you're discussing how you kind of go through it, and you're sitting down, you're looking at, hey, this is what this guy is worth.
Mm-hmm.
2025, late in the season, you're going into the 26 portal. You don't have to tell me exact numbers, but what's the range for? And you're dealing with offensive linemen, so you're not dealing with a quarterback or a cornerback or a linebacker. But in the portal era of offensive line, what is the broad range of hey?
I mean, I think you look at it from so it's similar to the NFL, which is obviously your tackles are going to make the most. I think a legitimate starting tackle in Power 5 at a big time school is going to be making at the low end 750, the high end 1.3, 1.4. You move inside to guards, you're looking from 500 to 750.
You're talking about starters in the Power 5,
starters,
or you're talking about
starters.
NFL caliber?
No, starters. I mean, really good level starters, right? I mean, I know for a fact that there was a player.
You think Logan Jones is $1 million guy?
No,
the center at Iowa is stupidly important.
No, I don't think you can't afford to pay your center $1 million, right? Because you have to allocate it, and this is why you're seeing NFL GMs come to college football, because they've learned that this is my salary cap, this is how I have to allocate it, and you basically pay it off the market. Now, I will say this: college football is a little different in that the market is what someone is willing to pay. Like in the NFL, you look at the highest paid center and it's like, okay, I think it's Cam Jurgens now, or I can't think who's the highest, but it's like 19. Maybe
Linderbaum's up there too.
Yeah, Creed Humphrey and Linderbaum, I think, are in that 19. They haven't cracked the 20s yet. But you look at the highest paid guards, they're at like 22 a year. And then obviously the tackles are going to be somewhere in the 30 to 40 a year. And so you kind of follow that model as you headed down into college football of, okay, if our high end is a tackle, it's going to be $1 million plus, then the guards are going to be somewhere below them. The centers are going to be somewhere below them. But if you get a guy that is a first round draft pick at the center position, you're obviously going to want to pay him more based off of the name, image, likeness on the way those things go. Yeah. So it's like, so if you look at it, so there's the highest paid centers, right? So highest paid centers are 18, right? So now go to guards, right? So then you go to guards, and there, I think it's going to be 22, 24, right? So Tyler Smith, Trey Smith just went 24, 25, and then you jump to tackles, and then the tackles are going to be in the 40s. I believe Penei Sewell, 28, and then left tackle is going to be, who's the highest paid left tackle right now? Rashawn Slater, not even playing.
I didn't know our boy Tristan got jumped.
Yeah. That's how it works. Every year they get jumped, right? Every single year a tackle sets the market, and then the next guy sets it the next year. And so you structure college the same way. You structure all of those things the same way. The one outlier position is always going to be the quarterback. The quarterback's always going to be the outlier because those dudes just command so much more money.
Drake's employer.
I love how he beat him by 100,000.
Yeah,
Trey
$100,000?
McBride is an absolute stud.
Check should cash for Drake, I assume.
Yeah. Shouldn't bounce.
His employer is liquid.
Yeah. But I mean, and that's the thing is once you can, and that's the other piece that's great about the college football aspect is you can get a bidding war started pretty quickly, right? The bidding wars can go crazy now. Now the rev share and the cap and those type of things are going to change that a little bit more. There's a little bit more regulation and guideline put on it. But overall, you look at it and, you structure it kind of the same way as the NFL does. And you just have to have the tiered system as they move down.
What does, going back to the high school, what is like a 5-star versus a 4-star versus a 3-star? What are they getting offered at high school? Or is it just completely all over the place?
That's really all over the place. I mean, there's certain schools that take the perspective of, I don't care if you're a 5-star, 4-star. Like for an O-line room, I've heard of, hey, we're paying you all the same, right? And all of you are coming in at the same rate as true freshmen. And then from there, your pay scale will go based off of how you perform.
I think that's how Iowa does it.
I wouldn't be surprised that's how Iowa does it. There's other schools that are going to spend the big money on the 5-star recruits, right? Hey, if I'm Oregon and I have an unlimited Phil Knight budget and I want that 5-star recruit, I'm just going to ask him, what's your number? And I'm going to pay it. And, that's just how it works. And that's just how it goes. But other schools, you look at schools like Northwestern, Kansas State, Kansas, that don't have unlimited money. They got to be really smart now they allocate. So those guys might be more of like, hey, $75,000. Right, to come in as a freshman, and then you'll work your way up. And so the high school market's the one that's really all over the map because there isn't a true like slotted of like 5 stars make this, 4 stars make this, 3 stars make this. It truly is just dependent on how badly the team wants that player and then how much they're willing to also pay them to stay committed.
How are they structuring those contracts? I mean, you can't do a signing bonus, I don't think. Or is it just this is your guarantee for year one or what?
Yeah, so it's more there. You can't. Nothing's guaranteed because they're all based off deliverables, right? So yeah, you can't say it's a fully guaranteed contract because then it's pay for play, but it's based strictly off like, hey, deliverables. So here's your payment schedule. Here's the deliverables in which you'll have to make it. Obviously, you know, there's certain times where there's bigger payments. Like at the end of the transfer portal, there'll be a very large bit. Like you'll get a very large payment in February 1.
Yeah,
right?
it's basically like a retention bonus. If you
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so there's certain things that structure like that. And then, you know, the cool thing that I like is now is you can build incentives into these contracts, right? So you can build incentives into these contracts now of, hey, if you start bonuses or all conference or bowl games, playoff appearances.
This is the NFL, dude.
Yeah, it's 100% the NFL. And it's why I got into this business. I stayed out of the NIL game for a really long time. I was just like, I'm not going to be the guy that's knocking down the local Flat Jack's barbecue joint trying to get everyone deals. Like, that's not what I want to do in this industry. But when I saw where this was headed and I saw that there's just basically creating a mini NFL system, that's when I was like, these players need actual professional representation.
As a podcast that was formerly sponsored by the local Flapjacks business, we take exception to that comment. But
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, it's the Wild West.
Any Flapjack restaurants or anyone that has any money and would like to pay us, we will sell out to anyone.
Bergen, number 2.
Hey, listen, I'm reading that. I'm reading boner pills things on the O-line committee. So I mean,
yeah?
Rougiette, hey, Rougiette.com/O-line, get 50% off your own order, discreet shipping right to your door, right? You can meet with a professional right then. Rougiette/O-line.
It's getting cut.
T-bone, cut all that.
But,
yeah,
cut all that shit.
Unless they want to write me a check, it's getting cut.
I will say it's funny because that and like testosterone TRT would be perfect for your audience, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, listen, we have we're not FanDuel, we're not as big time as you guys yet, but we do Underdog, right? So we have Underdog. So you got a few, and then Lucy's, we get Lucy's, which I don't really care if they were kind of doing a trial one, but they just sent me like 50 packs of these things.
Wow,
so
guys got lost.
I'm a Lucy's guy now. I wasn't a Lucy's guy before, but like you said, I'll sell out.
The big one for us this offseason is me and Grant are actively seeking a energy drink sponsor.
Oh.
And it's that's my number one goal.
What's your go-to energy drink? For you, it's got to be something clean, like a bubbler or a Celsius or something.
No, I love
drinking Diet Coke. If you're drinking a bubbler, I mean,
my favorite
60 milligrams.
Favorite brand, favorite flavor is the Ghost Electric Limeade.
See, I'm a Rain Tropical Storm guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I like the
I'm a regular Red Bull guy.
Oh, just the straight
that doesn't surprise me at all, Drake.
Sugar-free Red Bull.
Take a Red Bull to my.
Talk to me
Let's get back to the game here. I'm looking over. I give a lot of. Actually, we're not. Let's throw in our other sponsor we haven't talked about there. We got the Swarm and Big Grove down there. We really should just be drinking. Like we should be just getting fucked up on air when we podcast. But Big Grove is the best. I think they're getting one down in Omaha, or it may be already open. I'm not sure about the location, but they're working their way west.
Okay.
Got several locations. Official watch party location of the Iowa Hawkeyes, which Sirles is sporting tonight for those that have joined late. Looks beautiful. And official Easy Eddie, official craft beer of the Iowa Hawkeyes. A great spot to watch the game, which you may be able to take advantage of this Saturday, as the game is not in Kinnick. Friday, sorry. Yeah, don't go Saturday. There will be.
There'll be a lot of good games.
There'll be a ton of good games on Saturday. You could go maybe Friday and Saturday.
There you go.
If you got a sticky situation this weekend where you're like, dang, I got to go to the in-laws for Thanksgiving, you could just be like, sorry, I got to go to Big Grove. Could just go there. And then the Iowa Swarm, sponsored by the Collective for Iowa, Sirles.
Wow.
So we're getting our back pay on the NIL. You bet your ass. Okay. We found a way. I am so pissed because Kevin and I guarantee, would have found a way to work with the local pizza companies in college, and we would have had some kind of brand deal. We were doing the knockoff Iowa version of Dave Portnoy's One Bite before anybody else was, and we had a lot of people tuning in every Thursday after our 11 a.m. class for those pizza reviews.
Dog, I would have been the feature athlete of the sports medicine University of Iowa hospital clinics. Like, I would have been their poster boy.
Poster boy, now a drug addict 10 years later.
Yeah, the Percocet companies could they could have you as their poster child too. I'm looking. I like K Ford. We give a lot of credit to K Ford on the show. He does his own ratings. I'm looking at the offensive ratings. Iowa and Nebraska basically right next to each other, 57th and 59th. So just above average across the FBS. Defensively, Iowa sits at 7th in the country. Nebraska, not horrible at defense, but 40th in the country. So not, the rushing defense really hurts there. And then special teams, like you said, Eckler has made a difference. Iowa in 10th in his ratings, his metrics, Nebraska at 13th in the country on special teams. So, you could look at metrics all you want. You could take what you will. This game just sort of seems to come down to what it's going to come down to. And
how the ball is going to bounce one random time.
100%.
Yeah. In your eyes, as you preview this game, it's Friday at 2:30. What do you think you're going to be talking about?
Yeah, I did it so we do the Husker podcast every week, and they asked me, what are your 3 keys to the game? And I go, these are going to be as cliche as humanly possible. Win the penalty battle, right? Win the turnover battle, and control the time of possession. Like those 3 things, whatever team does those 3 things, it is the most cliche. This is like, oh, it's boring, but in order to beat Iowa, you must out Iowa. Like, because you're exactly right. You guys don't beat yourselves. You guys play really disciplined football, and you just wait for the other team to make a mistake, and then you capitalize. Like that is the recipe for Iowa football for the last decade. And Nebraska, unfortunately, has thrown an interception at the last moment of the game, and you guys kick a field goal. We turn the football over, right? We punt it out of bounds, or we do something stupid that gives you guys an opportunity at the end of the game, and you guys capitalize on it. And I think,
Smart to punt it out of bounds this week.
Yeah, trust me. I don't think there's be. I don't know. Our punter's kind of salty now. Our Aussie punter,
he's good. He's
our
real
Aussie
good.
punter is a little salty. Now he got a little welcome to the NCAA trying to make a tackle out of bounds last week and got ran clean over, but that's going to happen. But that's really
on the highlight reel now.
I mean, that's really the things that are going to come down to winning this football game. If you guys can control the line of scrimmage and we can't stop the run, it's going to be really difficult for us to think that we're going to go, because then what happens if you guys are controlling it? The offense presses a little bit longer because they know we're not going to get many possessions. Then you force a pick because you got to get a first down. Like, that's just, you guys know how to put pressure on a team without truly putting pressure on them, because you guys just play your style of football. And it's boring. It's not super sexy. It's not super fun. It's just incredibly effective.
And Rule said it in the press conference too. He's like, they're just so comfortable in a nail biter game. They're just that's where they live. And so I was over there. Over there
in the dark. I was molded.
Yeah, molded by 3-point games. Like, and it rings true, because I think back to all the close games that we played. And our sideline just always felt the same. It was like, like we're just here. Like this is where we are. We knew that every game this season was lining up for this. And there's a lot of teams on the sideline who are like shitting their pants, and like they get tight. They start to play a little tighter than they should, and then that's when Michigan 2016 happens. Ohio State 2017 happens.
I will say Nebraska's been much better at that this year.
Sure.
Right, Nebraska. I mean, and there's a lot of people screaming for, like, if we don't beat Iowa, then Rule's a snake oil salesman, and where's the improvement? Where's the progress?
Yeah, no.
And I can point to so many areas that we've made progress. Now, we're nowhere near where we want to be. We're nowhere near where we used to be. But you look at it, it's like, hey, year 1, okay, we didn't go to bowl game. Year 2, get the bowl game off your back. Sweet. That's no longer an issue, right? Early in the season, all I talked about was 1-score losses. And that's all anyone want to talk about. Hey, can we finally? So now that's kind of, okay, now that we put that off. Okay, special teams is losing this game. We put that off. And so we're making steps in the right direction. It's just, it's not 2021. It's not 2019 anymore, where the era of college football where you can truly, I believe, turn a program from ashes to nothing is really hard if you don't hire a coach that brings his whole team with you. And Coach Rule, coming from the NFL, not bringing an entire college football team with him like Cignetti did to Indiana, like he truly started from ground zero here in a program that Scott Frost ran into the ground. And so he started from ground zero, and you see the improvement. I mean, We've got one of the highest ranking classes in 2027 coming in and all that stuff. So I see the improvement for where Nebraska wants to go. We just lack physicality on both sides of the line of scrimmage right now. And that's really the Achilles heel for Nebraska. And unfortunately, when you're playing a team like Iowa, where Bo Steffens, Logan Jones, Jennings Dunker are all going to be draft picks this year, that's a hard place to match up for our defense.
FanDuel has the line at 5.5. It was up to 6.5 earlier today. Come back.
What's the over under?
Over under at
39.
Was at 38.5, has now climbed up a point to 39.5.
So they're saying shootout in Lincoln.
Yeah.
40.
It is getting crazy over there.
Yeah. I don't think that's, is it wrong for me to say? I don't think that's that crazy of a total though. Like 40 seems.
Well, no, that's they're basically predicting 21-17, 23-17.
Well, we totally haven't seen 15 of those in a row before. I mean, that's not
23-20.
Sounds like a lot of points to me.
Yeah, it's going to be cold and blowing too. I mean, there's a chance of rain, snow mixture,
just
and
blowing.
So, yeah.
Hawkeye weather. Good.
It's classic November football weather. Hey, you gotta love it.
Just sounds like Mark Gronowski for 7 yards a carry.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Pretty much.
I mean, so he's got 2 games left in his career, and he's got a month after this one. Why doesn't he run the ball 20 times this game?
He does.
100%.
He does.
And it's the same reason why Emmett Johnson's going to carry the football 33 times for us.
Yeah.
Right. There's no reason. Why not?
This game's going to be over at 12:45.
Yeah. Why not?
Do you have a message for the Doak Walker community? No?
I mean, I honestly, I think the Heisman push for Emmett's a little bit of a stretch, but I do think that he is shown to be one of the most complete backs in college football. He catches the ball. He runs the football really hard. He's not a huge guy, but I think if you look from a production standpoint, and the way I look at all those awards, even from the Heisman to the Doak to all those things, is what would this team be without that player?
Yes.
Right. Like what would the Nebraska offense be right now without Emmett Johnson? And the answer is really bad.
Really bad.
Right? Really bad, really scary. And so that's when I look at those kinds of awards, is it's not necessarily like, oh, what's the production, all that. It's what does he mean to that team? And what does he mean if he gets removed from that team? What does it look like? And so that's why I think that Emmett, if you look at it from that standpoint, is one of the best backs, if not the best back right now in college football.
The comment, just to tie it up as a prediction, as a podcast-wide prediction here, it was so glad to have Sirles on the podcast tonight. Can't wait for the walk-off field goal in Lincoln.
Yeah, and then I'll talk about, listen, like Big Red Reaction for me right now, the post-game show, I'm more worried about how many calls I'm going to get about Dylan Raiola than how the outcome of this game goes.
For real.
Right? Like, the outcome is going to be like, I have 2 questions for you, Bill from Beatrice. Like, 1 is, why couldn't we stop the run? It's like, okay. And 2, like, why is Dylan leaving? It's like, you think I know? Like, you think I am privy to any of this information of what's going on right now? I have no idea.
Shout out to Beatrice. I was there on Sunday.
Oh, dude, Beatrice Country Club. If you ever come up in the summer, Beatrice Country Club, great golf course.
Been there.
Great golf course.
Been there. Funny enough. Yeah, love me some, we call it beet rice.
The Munich of the West. That's what they call it.
So Latif had a massive game versus UCLA. Do you think Raiola would have had a similar type stat game? Like,
yeah, UCLA.
That just kind of like the explanation there.
Yeah, UCLA is terrible. I don't know how they beat Penn State. I really don't. Like, that team, you turn on the tape, and if they don't have Nico, that team is so poor.
Yeah.
So poor. And so I think Dylan probably had a similar day to Latif, because he didn't really push the ball down the field at all. He was throwing the wide open receivers on that piece there. I honestly think we have a better chance of beating Penn State with Dylan over Latif, because we had no down the field throwing ability with Latif. And I don't know if that's because they don't trust him to do it, or they didn't want to ask him to do it as a road start or whatnot, but I think honestly against Iowa this week, Latif's legs are going to be a huge factor for if we can keep the chains moving or not, where Dylan's legs are never a factor.
Well, shall we pick some games, gentlemen? Kevin is here. We can roll the music.
Should we pick one game first?
We got to pick
that. Is that going to be a part of the?
You got Iowa, Nebraska on here, Kev, or no?
It's on there. It's on.
Okay.
There.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go for it.
Make it part of the thing.
Kevin.
Oh, that's Kevin Ward.
DJ Kevin.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind.
So good to be back. Now, I was late to this podcast. It has been a busy day, so I've been basically picking these off in the last 10 minutes or so, just jotting them down.
Hell yeah.
Kind of scary. Got a lot of favorites, got a lot of unders, so it's probably going to be another bad week.
No. Oh, no.
We'll start on Friday with the Ole Miss Lane Kiffins for who knows how much longer, -7.5. I think
Fighting
they do.
Kiffins, yes.
I think they get it beyond the distractions. They are the clearly superior football team. I think they covered the 7.5 versus the Hail State Bulldogs down there in Mississippi State. I got Oregon -6.5 at Washington. I think this is going to be a tough game, but 6.5, I think I like the line there. I think I like them covering. Also got Bama -6.5. Bama needs this game. They need it to look good. I think they cover that.
They're going to kick the shit out of Auburn, dude.
Yeah.
I that team, I don't know. I think they kick the shit out of Auburn.
I've got the Northwestern Illinois under 44.5.
Do they have a crazy trophy for that one? What do we? I mean, there has to be. They play for like
the Land of Lincoln trophy.
Land of
Lincoln
trophy.
Pat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to be like a Indian axe or something like that, but
And what was that under again? Just one more time.
44.5.
44.5.
Okay.
And then I've got Ohio State -9.5. Wait, pause on that. Do we know, is Jeremiah Smith playing this week?
I'm going to assume Smith is playing and Tate won't play, would be my guess. But I'm not Adam Schefter. I have no idea.
I think they could beat them by that much with me at risk.
I'll take Ohio State -9.5. I think Michigan's really going to struggle to score this game. Then I got the over Texas A&M 53.5. Texas is finally starting to play some decent offense. Texas A&M, they can score. I'll take the over in that game. And then coming to the Iowa-Nebraska game, I called it last week in the third quarter. We're going to go to the under 39.5. It's going to be an ugly weather game. I think it's going to be a lot of running the ball. The clock's going to be moving. And I think we're going to be watching the corn grow out there, just waiting for this game to end. So I got the
10-7.
Oh, God,
10-7.
No.
I'm going to go Grant. I hope Grant is happy, proud of me maybe on this one. I'm not going to give a lot of explanation, but I am going to pick a lot because I need to catch up. I'm having a bad year. And I just
Well, also, you could dig yourself deeper. So what is the chances you think you go 11-0?
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I'm feeling it. We're going to start off with Navy +4.5 at Memphis. Again, no real explanations.
That's
here,
tomorrow, isn't it? Isn't that Thanksgiving game?
Yeah, it's the first game on the FanDuel Sports.
Does Navy
website.
win and they're in the American Championship?
Is that a playoff game? Is what you're saying?
Maybe. I like Kevin's going to hate this, but I'm also on the Ole Miss Fighting Kevin's -7.5 goal line Kiffin. We're going down to North Texas -19.5 high flying offense there in Denton, Texas. I believe.
Coach is leaving. Coach is going to Oklahoma State. Distractions.
Don't care even a little bit.
He did say he's staying for the rest of the season, including a potential playoff.
You -17.5?
19.5 for the North Texas.
They are the mean green.
Dude, that offense is legit.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Number 4, Georgia at Georgia Tech. Give me them by more than 13.5. Texas A&M -2.5. Indiana -28.5. And then take me down to
Who the hell are they playing?
Purdue.
Okay.
Rivalry week. And then take me down to Iowa State. I have said multiple times that I should never bet on the Cyclones in my life after they have fucked me over so many times. Don't care. Oklahoma State's trash. -14.5.
Is that hold on? Time out. Kevin, should we stop him from betting on a rival of Iowa's during rivalry week? Do we need to put our foot down on this? Real quick? We can stop him right now.
Picks, he can do whatever he wants.
Drake Kulik, are you still listening?
He does not speak for the podcast as much as he like to.
Okay.
I have 2 more picks. Texas Tech, number 5, Texas Tech, -23.5 over the West Virginia Mountaineers. And give me the under in the Ohio State Michigan game.
Which is what?
43.5.
Okay. Wow. I'm proud of you. You are now looking at games across the board, and not just James Madison, which I told you about 3 years ago, and
Who's James Madison play this way? I didn't even bet
whoever
on
it is. They're like 40-point favorites over Coastal or something like that.
James Madison minus 21.5 versus Coastal. Put that one on there too.
Minus what?
21.5.
Big JMU guy.
We're a Duke's adjacent podcast here. Yeah.
They can they get in the playoff? Can it even happen?
I don't know.
Is it possible? I think the committee is saying no.
Not if
No.
Not if Tulane makes it.
It's disrespectful to the history of our country, frankly.
I agree.
Last time James Madison was denied this much, you know what happened. But I have picks. I feel
we invaded Canada.
Did we? Is that what happened? Should the people of Ontario be concerned?
Don't ask me.
We can talk about that on the Husker. We'll talk about that on the Husker reaction pod. It's okay. And I'm concerned now because I'm all about unity on this show, especially as we head into rivalry week. I have a lot of the opposite picks.
You should not be concerned then.
Okay. We're starting off Washington plus 6.5. Seattle. Don't want to unless you're named the Ohio State Buckeyes, it has not been friendly to a lot of people out there.
Yep.
Especially, I feel like Oregon right now is feeling pretty good about their chances to go to the playoff. And now, ever since we've expanded to 12, everyone's downplaying rivalry week now. Now they're like, we don't care if we beat or lose to Michigan anymore. We don't care if we lose to so-and-so. If we're in the playoff, we got to compete for a national championship. Washington still cares. All right. Also, everyone's dogging Jeff Fish or whatever. Now, Jed Fish, whatever his real name is. I'm number one defender, all right, of the Washington Huskies and Coach Fish. I'm taking Washington plus 6.5. Sirles, you had a concerned face, which I didn't like.
I don't know about that one, bud. That Oregon. I think Oregon.
Exactly what.
I think Oregon still feels like they're not polished enough to make a national title run, and that they can't let their foot off the gas at all yet.
And everyone says that, luckily Dan Lanning is not a guy to hold grudges at all, so he'll totally not apply that to this game. Jacksonville State plus 2.5. Texas plus 2.5. I am not a believer in A&M at all. I'm going to be honest.
Based off what?
Based off of we went through the schedule at one point. Their SEC games were against 4 fired head coaches in a row and the Arkansas Razorbacks, who then fired their coach. So I was looking. I don't have a problem with the SEC schedule, but if everything's going so great for all these tough opponents, why are they all firing their coaches? Someone has to ask the question.
Tune into Almost Football to find out.
Texas has been great at home as well too. So I'm going to take Texas plus 2. I'm going to take Michigan plus 9.5. I'm just expecting slow game, running it back and forth each other. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if they just don't push Jeremiah Smith. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't push Tate as much of receiver. So we'll see what happens there. Baylor minus 2.5 versus Houston. Tennessee minus 3.5 versus Vanderbilt. Arkansas plus 2.5 versus Missouri. Auburn plus 6.5. Mississippi State plus 7.5. Michigan State minus 3.5, and TCU minus 3.5. And then also the under in the game.
Good luck on the fucking graphics, buddy.
Good Lord, sir.
Which was 43.5, the under.
Godspeed.
And then whatever happens in the Battle for Atlantis championship later this week.
Yes. Drake, do you have any final words for our friend Sirles or anybody listening?
Oh, no. Hey, you show up to the Wednesday podcast. You got to have picks.
I was not informed of this. I don't know. I'll take Nebraska to cover. I'll take Texas. I'll take A&M. I'll take A&M to win and cover. I'll take who else did I pick? I did some pick'ems today earlier. I'll take Florida. I'll take Florida to cover and beat Florida State. I think that's
like a pick'em game. I'm pretty sure it's like 1.5 points.
That game, I believe, is on what was it? That game's on the Discovery Channel Plus.
I hope so. I mean, they should have to pay you to watch that football game.
It's on Bravo.
Yeah, I'll take and then I'll also take Indiana over Purdue. And I'll give one more here. Let's go.
You would take Indiana money line over.
Shout out to Secret.
Give me the Cowboys over the Chiefs.
Oh,
and give me
Broncos.
Maybe the Broncos.
Give
me the Bengals to beat. Give me the Bengals to beat the Ravens with Joe Burrow coming back.
Ooh.
Joe Burr.
Wow.
I know a lot more about NFL lines and games than I do college football, if I'm being strictly honest.
Hold on. Okay, you can't say that then. Guaranteed pick. Cannot lose. Retire your grandma. Thanksgiving pick of the week is
Cowboys over Chiefs, probably.
wow.
Cowboys over Chiefs. I think that
music's my ears, frankly.
Cowboys over Chiefs to get the Chiefs looking outside in on the playoff picture.
I'm like goosebumps here. Goosebumps.
Dude, George Pickens, CD Lamb, that Dak Prescott.
George Pickens is nasty.
Dog.
CD needs to catch the freaking ball.
I know. That's the thing. But I mean, Jake Ferguson's one of the top tier tight ends this year.
Shout out Jake Berg, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it and you go, okay, that trade for Quinnen Williams was huge. You now have Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams on the inside. They also go get Logan Wilson from Cincinnati. I really like this. I like the Cowboys. I mean, I know they started off, but I mean,
defense just sucks.
Their defense sucks, but I think they made some moves there in the middle, but that offense can score and score quickly.
Final question of the day. Sirles, will the Nebraska Cornhuskers shake hands?
Probably not. I mean, honestly, probably not. I mean, I think they should, but probably not.
I'll be optimistic. I'll say yes. I'm a fan of sportsmanship.
I think Rule probably is going to tell him to. You know, if I know Rule and like that piece there, he's probably telling him like you haven't earned the right to not do something like that.
Yeah.
Like knowing Rule and how he operates, like, hey, earn the right to not shake their hand. I really also hate the Logan Jones clip that's circulating right now about how Nebraska didn't offer him. And I'm like, listen, that staff wasn't even here. Can we just calm down? Like,
that's a valid point.
Like this staff wasn't even here. You can't try because like now all the Nebraska scribes and pundits are all like, it's like, first of all, he was too small to play D tackle. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like he was. And then no one thought he was going to move to center and become an all Big Ten, All-American, probably early day 3 draft pick. Like, I don't think anyone really saw that coming.
I mean,
guy like me. I've always been a Logan Jones believer.
I've been a Logan, dude. I met with him 2 years ago. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he's going with old Neely Cornrich, who has that place on absolute freaking lockdown, which drives me nuts. But one day we'll drive in there. I got Mason. I got my guy Richie, who's out there banging around on the 53 at Seattle Seahawks. But yeah, I think the Huskers do win this game. I'd be a terrible fan if I didn't pick it that way. But the only way we do is if we can take one away from Gronowski at least once. I think that'll be the recipe for success. Is we turn over Gronowski, whether with a pick, sack, fumble, some way of hitting him and he fumbles the ball, gives us a short field there in the fourth quarter, and we find a way to win. That's really the big way that I see us winning this game.
Lost.
Yeah. The only games that we won when we lost the turnover battle was this last week.
Yep. Lost the turnover battle 2-1 to Michigan State.
And that team's really bad too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
There you go. Another good one with Jay Sirles always is.
Do we have another bet? Do we want to put another bet on this one? I mean, we can do it. We can do a t-shirt bet again. I mean, or do we want to brainstorm this and come up with something before kickoff?
I have not thought of anything new.
Chat, what's the bet?
I'm just growing back in my facial hair on a bet I lost to Kevin this year.
You have to get a big Tiger Hawk tatted on your chest, or I'll get my cock tatted like an ear of corn.
Drake, good to see you still back out. Good
to
see you there.
And everybody in the chat, please like and comment and subscribe for Drake's contributions to the show tonight.
Just a bunch of corn. Spam the chat with corns, I believe, is what we need to do there.
Corns and ideas for a bet. Maybe we can come up with one between now and then.
I'm feeling like maybe we should plan something of like, you got to come out to Lincoln. I got to come out to Iowa City. Like maybe make it something along those lines of. Because isn't this the last Black Friday Iowa Nebraska game?
They will continue.
I feel like the last 4 of these have been the last Black Friday.
No, this is the last one.
This is really it. Unfortunately,
they will continue to play the game. It's a protected rivalry, but it will not be protected on Black Friday. So Nebraska could
really sucks, honestly.
I agree.
It's going to feel really weird when they open the Big Ten schedule with Nebraska next year.
Oh, it doesn't even have to be week 14. It could be in like the middle of September.
No, it's not going to be our last game of the year.
I mean, this could be like the Big Ten opener.
Yeah,
like it could be Big Ten opener, late September, Nebraska, Iowa.
So I maybe for Nebraska, but do we have like a locked in rivalry? Is it going to be Wisconsin or Minnesota every time?
I honestly don't know.
I think it's just random, Kev.
Yeah,
that sucks. That really sucks.
That does
I
suck.
agree. I don't love that at all.
I mean, if it's a protected game, why not, right?
Yeah. Like, why not just keep it right at the end? Like, who cares? Like,
yeah,
who
move
cares?
to Saturday.
Like,
I don't care as
move
much.
Move it to Saturday at 11 and throw the ball out there and roll. But yeah, I hate the fact that it's not going to be the last game of the year anymore.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
Corn cob cock tat has to be. That's what you get around here, baby. Shout out to Jay for joining the show, Drake for joining the show. Huge show tonight. Thank you to everybody in the chat for participating. Everybody listening, get this in before the Friday game. We've got a big one, and Jay, we appreciate you.
Absolutely, guys. Appreciate you. Go Big Red.